It's that time of the week again. We have the full spoilers for the next chapter of One Piece, chapter 1091. So without any further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into it. It took me so long to make this video that, I had there's a bunch of brief spoilers that came out. I was gonna make a whole video about that, but I waited a few hours and now the full summary's out. So I'll just go ahead and cover this. This chapter is titled Sentomaru. The chapter is 19 pages long. Of course, the summary is from Radon. Of course, it's 17 pages plus 2 pages for a color spread. So let's get into it. The color spread for this chapter is the Straw Hat crew are eating pizza. Sanji and Jinbei are cooking them, while Luffy, Nami, and Zoro and Usopp are eating a big pizza with 2 elegant flamingos. Chopper and Brook are sitting in another table, eating too. Robin and Frankie aren't in this for some reason. Chapter starts with the pacifistas and Vegapunk's Sea Beast weapon attacking Marines. Sea Beast weapons sink submarine battleships. The two vice admirals battle with them. Dog kicks one of the pacifistas in the face. The vice admiral with multiple chins uses a mechanical arm, like Z in One Piece film Z or Zephyr, to punch one of the Sea Beast weapons. I don't know why it just has all mentions of Sea Beast weapon are all in quotes. We get it. Cut to Kizaru versus Sentomaru. Kizaru kicks Sentomaru. His entire body flies away because of this attack. Kizaru says, "Why are you siding with the pirates, Sentomaru-kun?" Sentomaru says, "I would join with anyone to save Uncle Punk." Sentomaru's flashback starts. We can see Kizaru, Vegapunk, and Sentomaru's first meeting. It's the same story that Oda explained in the volume 106 SBS. I will add that SBS question at the end of this summary for the people who didn't read it. I might actually start going through the SBSs, bro. I might start making videos about them when volumes come out. I might make a whole video about what was discussed in SBSs. I think that would be pretty fun. Kizaru was the one who accompanied Vegapunk to help the villagers from bears, and they met Sentomaru there. Vegapunk hired Sentomaru as his bodyguard, and Sentomaru asked Kizaru to teach him how to fight, to become a good bodyguard. Back to the present, Kizaru uses Yasakani no Magatama to attack Sentomaru. After that, Sentomaru uses Ashigara Dokoi to attack Kizaru, but Kizaru stops it without using his Lugia fruit's power. Kizaru says, I thought you were as good as I can." What is this? Like, this is broken. Like, I don't understand what this says. But my guard won't lose to yours. Basically, he's not going to let his guard down. That's basically what this means, because I don't know what this sentence is. What the heck? After that, Sentomaru is defeated by Kizaru's beam. Then Kizaru uses the command chip to command pacifistas and make him fight Vegapunk's Sea Beast weapon. Kizaru says, "I just fulfilled my mission, Sentomaru-kun. I wish I could have saved you along with York, Punk Records, and Power Plant." We can see a close-up of Kizaru's face. He looks quite a bit more serious and angrier than usual. Cut to outside of the Lapo phase. We see that Vega Force 1 is carrying the Sunny to the other side of the island. At the same time, Kizaru flies through the barrier. Inside the Lapo phase, LUCCI attacks Vegapunk, but Stussy uses her body to protect him. Sanji takes the bubble gun from Nami and traps Kiku inside a bubble ball. Then Zoro attacks LUCCI. Both of them go through the wall and fly outside the lab. In the last page, we see that Kizaru is about to follow Vega Force 01, but Luffy appears and kicks Kizaru. Luffy says, "Kizaru, we are 100 times stronger than 2 years ago." Then that's where the chapter ends, and there is a break next week. The One Piece volume 106 SBS question about Sentomaru's past Oda says, Marines received a report saying that wild bears are attacking human villages on a certain island, and Vegapunk accompanied them to set up a system to fight bears. When the Marines were investigating the dangerous mountain, they came across a boy who defeated all the bears with sumo and reigned as the boss of the mountain, and that boy was Sentomaru. He was a boy who was abandoned by villagers due to the violent behaviors when he was younger. Intrigued by the strength of that boy who didn't return to the village and is always hungry, Vegapunk hired him as a bodyguard. So, that's where the summary ends. So this chapter, we did see a few glimpses of Sensomaru and Kizaru's past, but most of the chapter is this. Let me go ahead and say that whole thing again. We saw glimpses of their past a few chapters back, and we're now seeing it in full. This whole chapter is basically going to be that until the very end. In the brief spoilers, we had seen that ZORO versus LUCCI and Luffy versus Kizaru would be happening. It looks like that is going to be happening, but I don't think they're going to be fully fledged fights at all. I think, especially Luffy versus Kizaru, I think that's just going to be a little scuffle, and then they leave the island. I don't think they're really going to have a big battle. Zoro versus LUCCI, though, that might be a little bit of a fight, but I don't think Luffy and Kizaru is gonna go on too long. I think that's just going to be a little scuffle. And of course, LUCCI turned on them. I mean, we all knew he wasn't going to last. Come on. We already expected that he can't be trusted. But, the most interesting part of this chapter, the flashbacks, of course, and, Zoro versus LUCCI, Luffy versus Kizaru. But like I said, I don't think Luffy and Kizaru is going to be more than just, a little scuffle to get off the island. And I like the line where Luffy says we're much stronger than 2 years ago, especially now. Like, Luffy is a monster. But yeah, we have a break next week, of course. We've been having back-to-back-to-back breaks. Like, oh my goodness. It hurts. It hurts. But this account theorized that the break might be because Oda's in, he attended the premiere, I think. Let me actually go to that tweet he made about it. He made a tweet about it. He says, Oda's break next week might have something to do with the fact that he was in California at the world premiere of One Piece live action, which was a week ago, and giving interviews to various media, the New York Times and stuff like that. So, it might be because of that. But nevertheless, we are on break next week. It hurts, but we do have the One Piece live action series, man. I'm excited for that. And of course, I will be trying to do my review of that. I'm gonna go ahead after this video. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go record the intro to that video, so I can have it ready for when I watch the episodes. But yeah, that's all from me, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll be back with a review of the chapter on when it comes out, and I do need to review the latest episode of Pokemon Horizons. I've been so busy this week, I haven't even gotten around to doing that. But that's all for me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.